Shadow Cresselia is now in the game, and luckily for me, we've got a balloon here, so we'll be able to get it right away. At least I do believe my Super Rocket Raider brought him in. There it is. But now that we have this Giovanni, I gotta put you guys down somewhere a little better so I can actually do this. And now that we found a really good spot, this is the team we're gonna be using. We have Dawnwing's Necrozma. We also have a 100% Mega Lucario, which is probably gonna sweep this entire thing. And I also have a Shadow Mewtwo with Shadow Ball, which should be really good against the Cresselia if we need it. But I really do feel like this Lucario is gonna completely destroy it. So with that being said, let's do it. Let's see what happens. I'm sure we'll be able to take it out with just the Lucario, but we're starting off with the Necrozma because in case you didn't know, there is a bit of a glitch here. So we go in immediately and then we immediately switch out. As you can see, it makes this 3-second delay where I can do some damage and it's not doing any damage to me. And then we can throw some charge moves. But since it is a leader slash Giovanni, the leader, he does use shields. So we're not gonna actually do anything here because they're going to just block it anyways. But now that we've done that, we can easily take out the Persian, which has done hardly any damage to us. And then we keep going, and this one is a Honchkrow. Now, from what I've seen, you can also get your hands on Kangaskhan or Kingdra, which obviously Kangaskhan would be amazing for this because you know your Lucario would absolutely annihilate the thing. But this isn't so bad because it is a flying and dark type Pokemon, so it's gonna take neutral damage. And Kingdra would be cool because besides Waterfall, it really doesn't have that many great moves. But as you can see, I've just had a whole bunch of power-up punches, at least 3 at this point, and I have Shadow Ball on this guy. So what we gotta do is gotta wait for that Cresselia. There we go. And let's throw a Shadow Ball. See what happens. I'm sure this is gonna do a ton of damage, but I don't know if this is gonna one-hit KO. Cresselia is a very tanky Pokemon, like a really tanky one. Yeah, it didn't take it out, but as you can see though, we're doing really good, and I feel like we might have to use a shield in just a second, but we're gonna get to this second Shadow Ball. Yep, yeah, we're gonna have to throw a shield, but it's fine. But we are at that Shadow Ball now, and every single time one of these things does a charge move, it also gives us a little bit of a delay as well, the same as switching out a Pokemon. But as you can see, we've got it. I mean, honestly, we probably didn't even need to use this, but you know, might as well just go overboard and take it out. But there we go, Shadow Cresselia is officially gone, and that took about less than 2 minutes to bring down. It really isn't that hard to bring down. And to be honest with you, I really should have looked ahead to see what kind of rewards, or not rewards, but the CP that we're looking for when it comes down to the Shadow Cresselia. But we're gonna go in blind with this one. So on that note, 3, 2, 1, let's take a look at it. There we go, in the city, very cool. And this one is a 633. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna Silver Pineapple this because I believe from leaders, or from Giovanni specifically, the first ball that hits gets it. Obviously, if you miss a throw or it attacks yada yada, you know, like you'll have to throw again, but as long as you make contact, you get it. It's kind of like a shiny in that regard. But now that we caught the thing, and it was our first catch of the day, it's actually our 7th day catch streak, which is kind of cool. Kind of wish I threw on like a lucky egg and stuff, but I didn't really think about that. Anywho though, let's take a look at this thing and see how good it is. I'm going to make a prediction that it is a 2-star. I think it's a 2-star, but let's see what happens. It is, ooh, 3-star. Wow, that's actually a purifiable hundo if I really wanted to do that. But I'm not gonna do it right now until maybe we get like a second one or something. But that's really cool. I'm glad, because I mean, I think that the floor is 666 or higher, so we could have gotten a really bad one. But with that being said, would I recommend you catching this Pokemon? It's a 50-50 really. You see, this thing is really good in both Great and Ultra League as normal Cresselia, but as a Shadow, it loses a bit of its tankiness for damage. And this thing is mostly known for how tanky it is. It's supposed to be something you throw out and it just does not go down very easily, unless it gets hard countered, of course. And from what I've been told, Great League-wise, this thing is really not that great at all, but in Ultra League, apparently it does have a little bit of play. So in the end of the day, it's really up to you whether or not you want to catch this thing, or if you want to hold on to your Super Rocket Radar, and then you could save it for whatever the next thing is. There's a chance it could be Rayquaza, or there's a chance it could be one of the Lake Spirits as well. I mean, Darkrai would be cool too. I don't really know what they would go for, but I know those Lake Spirits are coming, and I don't know if any of those Shadows are really worth going for. But if you like to collect Shadows, go for it. I mean, obviously, you know, you want to fill out that Shadow Dex, this is going to be something to throw in there. And I don't know if we're ever going to have a situation like we did with that Regigigas, because during Sinnoh Tour, we got an extra Regigigas, but that really doesn't happen too often. I think one other Go Fest, we had the Shadow Birds and Mewtwo as like their debuts. Specifically, Mewtwo was the brand new Shadow, but technically the legendary birds were thrown in research, which has never happened before, which meant they could have 10, 10, 10 or higher IVs, which made them really good. But anyways, would I recommend it? Again, again, 50-50. It's up to you. You've heard what I've said, and now it's really up to you on that one. But now that we're done with that, I can finally claim page 4 of 5 for It's a Rocket World. So let's get it. Let's get ourselves the 10 Ultra Balls. Let's get those max revives, and then we will see what we get as an encounter. I have waited months to do this because I like holding onto an extra Super Rocket Radar so I can catch them ahead of time for you guys. But let's see what we get from this. I hope it's something cool. Or a Krogunk. That's something. That's definitely something. All right. I really thought that was going to be something cooler. But whatever, you know, maybe it's a good one. Maybe. Let's take a look at it, shall we? It's all right, I guess. It's a 14, 12, 13. It's okay. Now the professor's gonna say his professorly things, and then I think we just get it auto-completed. Yeah, we do. Claim all of this dust, and the final rewards of 2 silver pineapple berries, and we're gonna get 6,000 XP. And now, we're officially done. I really thought there was gonna be a cooler reward from that, but I guess not. Now, this right here is actually kind of interesting. As you can see on the bottom, it shows that special research thing pinging. So let's see what happens. I think this is the first time we'll see this animation in a really long time, but there it is. Let's click on it and see what happens here. It's probably fight Giovanni again. It's all that stuff. And there it is. Adventure Week Takeover, page 1 of 5. Catch 15 Pokemon, purify 2 Shadow Pokemon, and defeat 3 Team Go Rocket Grunts. I feel like I can go pretty far into this until we get to the leaders, but with that being said, I think I'm gonna hold off until the next video. But to make up for that kind of lackluster final spawn that we got from Giovanni, here's some shinies that we got today. We're doing raid hour right now, and I just got myself a raw chicken, so that's fun. 24.54, I don't believe is the hundo. I want to say it's 75, but honestly, I don't quite remember. And now you've come back down, and I can hit you. Great. Hopefully it's good, you know? Hopefully it has decent IVs. If it doesn't have good IVs, though, it doesn't really matter. We'll just lucky re-roll it. Well, let's take a look at this one real quick. 24.54 is a Walmart hundo. Of course it is. 14, 14, 14. Too bad we can't purify this. And we got another raw chicken, so that's exciting, but this one is far, far worse. But it is a fighter. Get in your home, buddy. Oh my god, I missed. You already know it's bad. Okay, I said I was gonna hold off from completing this, but page 1 of 5 was so easy. There were so many rockets around, so let's just claim everything. We get the pineapples, we get the Pokeballs, we get the Rocket Radar piece, or component, I guess. And then we're gonna get our final rewards of 500 dust, 1,500 XP, and this will be a hopefully better encounter. It's Kabuto. All right, I mean, it fits the theme. This is supposed to be a Adventure Week event, you know what I mean? We're getting a whole bunch of fossils, hence why the new shiny shadows are fossils from Gen 3. But let's take a look at this Kabuto. Not bad, I guess. 12, 15, 12. And for page 2 of 5, we have to catch 20 Pokemon, purify 5 Shadow Pokemon, and defeat 6 Team Go Rocket Grunts. On that note, we're gonna wrap it up here. This is going to be the end of the video, and if you enjoyed it, and I really hope you have, don't forget to smash that subscribe button for me, show me some love, and let me know in the comments down below, are you going to get a Shadow Cresselia, or are you gonna hold off until the next Shadow Legendary? Please let me know in those comments down below. And if you're really enjoying the content and you wanna see even more of it, I highly suggest this video right over here. But with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.